Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about some fragrances that I've been loving for years. And these are the fragrances that have aged well. Not all fragrances age well. Some of the fragrances get discontinued and they don't even get to age at all. Some fragrances don't age well in the sense that they got reformulated, and sometimes reformulation of fragrance actually kills the fragrance. So this is not a case with these fragrances. I made sure that none of these fragrances is new. I made sure that all of these fragrances are still in production and are as close to the original formula as possible. I mean, not in a chemical way, obviously, I wouldn't be able to tell, but in a way how my nose perceives the fragrance. So let's just start, and I'm gonna start with my favorite one. And mind you, this is not a full review, it's just me showing you the fragrances that I love and I've been using for years and years, and I'm still using them and I'm still buying them because I love them. So first is one of my favorite ones is Klein One. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's a fragrance that's been around for years and years. It's first unisex, like in this modern era. It actually gave this push to the unisex fragrances. And after this one, after CK1, there was a huge success in unisex fragrances, in shared fragrances that you can actually share with your partner, and I love this one to bits. So this fragrance is was made in 1994. So this fragrance celebrates actually oh my gosh, it's so old. 30 years. Not old. It's good. Oldie but goodie, right? So mind you, it's not a full review, but I'm just gonna read through some of the notes. But this is a green fragrance. If you don't like green fragrances, if you don't like unisex fragrances, that's probably not for you. But if you are on the market for something green and fresh and beautiful and zesty, because it has greenness, it has freshness, it has flowers, it has a little bit of musk, it has a little bit of like woodiness. So it has lemon and green notes and bergamot and mandarin and jasmine and violet and rose and musk and green tea and cedar and sandalwood. So a lot is going on here, and this is a beautiful unisex freshy that well, this one is actually good 24/7. It's good for work, it's good for going out, it's good for daytime or nighttime. I just love it. This is the fragrance that still has it. After all these years, I'm still buying these fragrances. I'm still using this fragrance. And even though for the longest period of time, I was an avid collector of these summer editions that I have on my backdrop. I do love the summer editions, but my heart belongs to the one and only CK1, which is the best. So next one is the fragrance that it was made in. I have it here because I wouldn't be able to remember everything by heart. So where are you? So it's 1995. It's a bit younger than the CK1, and this is an aquatic era, the start of aquatic era, but it's not just aquatic fragrance. It has also flowers, and it's so hyper feminine, it's so beautiful, and I love this one to bits. And even though this fragrance has other fragrances coming after this one, they were supposed to kind of substitute it, but you know, they didn't substitute it really. It's still in production and it's still the best. So this is Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. So this one is beautiful, and oh my gosh, it just takes me back to those years that I was using this fragrance when I was like, what, 18, maybe 19. It's so good. Well, it's still good, and I'm still using them. this fragrance. So what is this fragrance about? It has peony, it has musk, vodka, ananas, lemon, lily of the valley, hyacinth, freesia. It has musk, cedar, sandalwood, ambra. It has rose, and also it has this chemical element that is called cologne. And this cologne was so popular in the 90s when these fresh fragrances took over. So this cologne, you can actually find it in many fragrances that were like contemporary with this one. So this one is good. This is good stuff. So next one, and it's in no way in an order of preference for me, because I mean this is my number one, but in this video it's number 3. So this is one and only Jean Paul Gaultier Classique, and mind you, it's an eau de toilette version. I do prefer eau de toilette version to the eau de parfum. All the eau de parfum is good, but I still prefer this one, and this is beautiful. So this one has it has white flowers, it has star anise, it has what else? It has rose, mandarin, ylang ylang, tuberose, vanilla, amber, musk, orchid, and iris. It has a lot of notes, and for me, this is the fragrance that is so feminine and opulent and beautiful, and I actually can use it 24/7, just like a CK1. I mean, no offense to my other fragrances, but this would be enough for me. Just these two. But I mean, I love all my fragrances basically. Oh, this is beautiful. This is very nice, and this I do think that this fragrance inspired a very beautiful fragrance by Femme de Marly, Safanad. I kind of can see this, like how the fragrances are alike. This one inspired that one, not the other way around. It's good. This is good. This is feminine. This is nice, but it has some kind of edge to it. It's not just feminine, not just white flowers, not just fruits. It has something to it. It has this sexiness and niceness, and it doesn't even have to be like sexy, because this fragrance is just good. It's not sexy good. It's just good. I love this one. I really love this one. So next one is a flowery fragrance, and this fragrance has been around for years and years. So the Classique is from 1993, and the fragrance that I'm gonna tell you now about is 1995. And this one, I've been through so many bottles of this one. Well, this is the small bottle, but anyway, I love this one. This is Estee Lauder, and this is Pleasures. This is the original one. Pleasures has so many flankers, and some of them are actually quite nicely done. So this one is a flower bomb, not the flower bomb by Victor Rolf, but the flower bomb. It has so many flowers inside. Let me just read some of the notes. I'm just reading some notes, but these are not all notes. It has violet and pink pepper and freesia, tuberose, red berries, peony, lilac, and lily, and rose, and jasmine, and geranium, musk, cedar, sandal, and patchouli. It's like, imagine yourself, well, not imagine yourself, do you remember the advertisement for this fragrance? Probably it's one of the first ones that came out. I don't remember who was the model, but it was one of the famous models in the 90s. Or maybe it was Gwyneth Paltrow, because for some time she was a face of this fragrance. I mean, I don't remember. It was a girl that was riding a bike, and she had this huge basket of flowers, like in the on the bicycle, in front of the bicycle, And this is exactly what the fragrance smells like. It smells like a huge bouquet of flowers. Not just flowers, it has also some woodsy notes, but the flowers are the main characteristics in this fragrance. It's so beautiful. It's such a nice fragrance, and uh, no, oh, so good. No wonder that this fragrance is actually one of the fragrances that the brides prefer for their big day. So it's good. It's flowery, it's nice, but it still has this kind of beautiful edge to this. It's and what's important, some of the flowers, flowery scents, they have this, when you smell them, well, when I smell them, it kind of takes me to these flower shops, and this one doesn't have this. So it's just flowers, different types of flowers, more expensive ones, cheaper ones, green leafy ones, but just huge bouquet of flowers. This is good. This is a nice fragrance. Next one is a fragrance that has been around for many years. I do think it's from 1998, but I have to check because I'm not sure. Yeah, 1998. And this is Hypnotic Poison, and this is also an eau de toilette. And why am I telling if it's eau de toilette or eau de parfum? Because some of them are different in formulation. Not in formulation, but in the notes that we smell. So it's important to say that the concentration is this or that. So this one, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a fruity fragrance and a flowery fragrance, and it's very potent. It's very nice. A Hypnotic Poison. It has coconut and apricot, jasmine, tuberose, lily of the valley, rose, vanilla, almond, musk, and sandalwood. Among other notes, it has some other notes inside. So this one is good, and the coconut is so prominent, and the fruity part of this fragrance is so beautiful and so prominent, and you can actually smell it so well. But being it a designer higher end fragrance, the coconut isn't this kind of synthetic cheap smelling coconut. If you are in on the market for a coconut fragrance, but you are afraid that it's gonna come off like plasticky or cheapy smelling, this is what you need. It has cocoa, but it's like you can actually smell the coconut. You don't smell the plasticky or cheapy, all these kind of childish body spray kind of things. This is a good stuff, and this is sensual, this is nice, this is warm, this is for the evening, more for the evening. Well, you can obviously wear it in the daytime, nobody's gonna strip it off you, but people tend to use it more at the nighttime. I do use it at the daytime also. This is nice, this is good thing, and this is one of my favorite from whole Hypnose line, basically. So next one is a fragrance that I've been loving for such a long time, and this actually takes me back when I used to go to the discotheque. So this one is from 1998, and this is Noa by Cacharel. As you can see, this is a big bottle. I used to have so many other bottles, and just last year I used 2 of them. This is how much I love this fragrance. Some people, well, this is kind of a chameleon fragrance. Some people say that it's so nice and it smells like a body cream, like Nivea type of body cream. You know this one, the classic one in the blue, in the blue kind of aluminum box. But for me, it's more than that. For me, it's much more than that. It has a beautiful, huge pyramid. It's so nice. So it has white musk, peony, freesia, and green notes. Lily of the Valley, Lily, Peach, and Plum, Ylang Ylang, Green, Grass, Jasmine. I have to translate, that's why I'm like thinking on the notes. So it has coffee, vanilla, sandalwood, tonka beans, and cedar, and incense as well. But among others, there's so many other notes that are in here. So this one for me, why it takes me back when I, how old was I? Maybe about 20 years, yeah. I used to have this fragrance, plus I used to have the body lotion of this fragrance. And the body lotion of this fragrance at that time, I haven't been testing the body lotion of this fragrance for such a long time. I don't even know that if they make it still. So the body lotion for this fragrance, it used to come in this kind of shimmery consistency. It was a body lotion with the fragrance of this fragrance, plus the shimmers, the blue and pink and some kind of violet shimmers. And oh my gosh, imagine the combo: this fragrance plus this body lotion that is shimmering. It's like it was amazing. It was amazing. So for me, this is a nice, beautiful. I can't say that it's a subtle fragrance, because I use a lot of it. When used like 2 or 3 sprays, probably it's like a more bodily odor. It comes across like a bodily odor. But for me, this is a very flowery, a very green. Plus, it has this kind of edgy coffee smell. So for me, it's good. And this is a fragrance that is signature worthy fragrance. Well, basically all of them are, because they are so nice. And the next one is one of the fragrances that I've been loving for such a long time, and I wasn't even supposed to like it because it has rose in it, and I don't like rose. And the rose here, people say that it's dominant, but for me it is absolutely not for my nose. So it is from 1990. So this fragrance is it has quite some time now. But the original one, the fragrance that it was inspired by, I believe that it came out in the 60s. So this is Tresor by Lancome, and you might think like this is the full bottle. It is a full bottle. It's not my first bottle. So it has peach, it has rose, ananas, not ananas, pineapple, and bergamot, and iris, heliotrope, jasmine, again peach, and apricot, and vanilla, and amber, and musk, and lilac. It has so many notes, and for me it's primarily about the apricot. And people say that the rose here is very distinct and very prominent. And for some reason, for some very odd reason, I'm totally blind to the rose in this fragrance. I don't feel it. I can't smell it. And I do know that like Tresor by Lancome, and they even have an emblem of their brand as a rose. But still, this fragrance, it doesn't contain a rose for me. This is very warm. It's a bit like, it's fruity and it's flowery and it's very warm. It has such beautiful warmness to this fragrance. And I'm not saying that it's warm like it's gonna warm you up in the winter. It's like cozy warmness, beautiful. It's still very elegant, but it's also comes across like a hug from a person that you like or that you love, probably more. So yeah, this is nice. This is so nice. And I've been having this fragrance in several concentrations, and in all of them I love this fragrance, and in all of them this fragrance absolutely contains no rose for me whatsoever. So, and I'm gonna finish with this fragrance, and this is the iconic fragrance. I mean, I can't not mention this fragrance because I also happen to love it so much. So mine is actually changing already a bit the color. You know what happens to this fragrance. This fragrance changes the color from the beautiful baby blue to this indefinite, like greenish kind of hue. So it's green and it's like kind of maroon ugly fragrance color. So this is the Mugler and this is Angel. So it has coconut and melon and jasmine and bergamot and pineapple and mandarin and honey. Oh my gosh, there's so many notes, and there's fruity notes. So, and it has rose and lily of the valley and chocolate and patchouli and caramel and vanilla and tonka beans and amber and musk and so many others. So this is a masterpiece fragrance. This is the fragrance that came out in 1992, and this fragrance has been having so many alterations, but still I can still find what was in the original fragrance. And this is a fragrance that I remember it was a time that everybody was using this fragrance, either this one or Tresor or hypnotic poison. It was that time that every woman was supposed to have one of these three fragrances, and they are good fragrances. And this is amazing. This is like, it is sweet, it is flowery, it has so many fruits in it, but somehow, and it has a lot of patchouli, mind you. This is a patchouli bomb. It's not this kind of patchouli that is unpleasant. It's rather pleasant, it's green, but it's very potent. So it has this coconut plus patchouli plus all the flowers plus all the fruits. It's kind of a lot on your plate when you wear it, but trust me, this fragrance is beautiful. It's worth it. So you should go out and try it. In case if you didn't try this fragrance, I mean, how it's even possible, but just go out and try, and you will see that you will like it. You will see that you will be astonished by how beautiful these fragrances are, but how beautiful all these fragrances are. In my opinion, these fragrances have aged well. I am using them. I am continue to use them. I will continue to buy them, and I made sure that all these fragrances are still in production. You can still get them, and these fragrances, well, all of them except for Noa. Noa doesn't have flankers, many flankers. Noa used to have. Noa is this one. It's Noa by Cacharel. It doesn't have flankers at the moment. It used to have several, not many. But I do think that out of all the flankers, this one is the best. Yeah, all these fragrances, they have flankers, so you can do either way, or you try the flanker and then you go and you test the original fragrance, or you start from the original and then you explore all the flankers. But either way you go, it's worth it because the fragrances are beautiful. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for your time, and please let me know if these are the fragrances that you know, if these are the fragrances that you like, if these are the fragrances that you use, or maybe you dislike them. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you next Wednesday, and bye.